Welcome back.
What's up?
I got an announcement.
I got something to say. Go ahead, Dave. I'll do mine after you.
I keep it on me.
Wow. You know what? So do I.
Ooh.
Computer. Oh, we love to see that.
I've been doing a lot of work around the house. Just keep this thing near me at all times. You never know when you're going to have to get in there and do some drilling.
You're such a dad now, man.
Yeah, can you hear my child crying?
No, actually, I can't.
I had the door shut, but there's a golden retriever who just pushed it open and he's looking at me wondering, like, do I come in there? What do I do?
I got Vizzy all over the lappy right now. Just vizzed all over it. Love to see that.
Jeez, come on. Clean it up.
Welcome back to Happy Hour Live, presented by Seltzer. The only hard seltzer with both vitamin C and superfruit acerola.
Let's go.
Acerola guy, Dylan says acerola eating season. It's one and the same.
It's acerola eating season.
That means we eat acerola.
Pineapple mango, which is one of the OG flavs, as I like to say. Haven't tried the new one yet, but I can't wait.
I stopped by my local store where I usually find my Vizzies, and they didn't have them. So unfortunately, I'm drinking red wine, but I will have Vizzy for the next Happy Hour Live presented by Vizzy.
Guys, and I don't want to flex, but this is a protein smoothie with some berry, a little banana, some green veggie mix, some MCT oil, just, trying to get the brain right. It's been a big day, long day for me. So just trying to be here, be present, and just give you guys the best vibes. Not going well. I've got a chia seed in my throat.
Gus, I'm not going to show my piece.
Man, that's aggressive out of Gus for 7 o'clock.
Jeez, man.
Hey, would you guys rather be like this? Or
you don't think I'll find a stud? You don't think I'll find a stud right now?
You don't know how to find a stud, dude.
I already found one.
He did the thing.
Didn't see that coming. Oh, you even got the dad jokes down. Wow, you're all over this.
Dude, look at the dad buys just filling in.
Gosh.
Is that a thing? Did you notice that with parks that your arms, like your buys got a little bit more defined? Because like just holding like a 10-pound baby for like 30 minutes and rocking them and doing the stuff.
I don't know if that really hits the buys too hard, Dave.
I feel like it does.
I think you're just ripped, man. Dang, look at that.
John Wall.
I have a shirt on, so I'm not going to do it.
You guys don't know about that one.
Oh, wait till we get well, I guess Pete, he's kind of off the grind, the bulking grind, but man, that dude's arms. Sheesh.
That was goodness, guys. They haven't had a happy hour in a minute, but
I got to calm down, man.
Yeah, Dylan, you did have you had the thing going. So does Dave. Good for you guys.
I mean, I lift a little bit. I'm not an arm guy, but
I just don't want him to get. I don't want him to get too big and muscular. It's just like so 2008.
I've gotten pretty insecure about how big my arms are getting, so I'm just trying to chill out a little bit.
I've been wearing long sleeves at the gym.
I'm curling like 10 pounds at the gym. Just I want to keep the tone, but I don't want to grow them any. So it's whatever.
10 pounders, huh?
Yeah.
Do we have a horned up chat?
We have a very, very horned up chat. Good for them.
And as far as I can tell, Macy's not even here yet, so that's how you know it's off to a crazy start. Oh, well, she is here. Never mind. What's up, Macy? Yeah.
I don't know who Juliet is, but
apparently she got gypped.
It's too bad.
Yeah.
I'm excited for tonight, guys. We have some special guests hopping on momentarily here.
Who are they?
You may know them from the newest Wash Media franchise, Brunch, the podcast.
Yes.
Okay. When did this happen?
I believe you were part of the announcement today, Dave, on the Circling Back episode.
Oh, that. Yeah. I was part of that. Very cool. I'm excited. These guys are cool.
Hey, Dylan, is Will at your place? Is he popping in?
No, but the homie's here just running circles around the crib right now with a mouthful of P. Terry's cheeseburger.
Sounds dangerous.
Ooh. Whoa.
Yeah, he needs to chill.
I love a good Pete Terry's cheeseburger.
Yeah, I got one as well. I got the double. I got to look good on the beach next week, so I didn't opt for the bun. Instead, I got the lettuce wrap thing, and let me tell you, it doesn't quite hit the same.
Dude, there's no worse
It's
healthy option than the lettuce wrap burger. It is a
it's
completely
so
different item.
it's so defeating. I feel like an idiot right now, basically.
I don't know why you told us that. You could have just said you had like the burger, the regular.
I
We would
know.
have believed you.
Look, we're transparent here. That's what we're all about, David. So
Hey, can I can I bring up something? Speaking of transparency, do I have time to tell a quick story, Brett?
You sure do.
There's a text to the Too Much Dip, or no, the Wash Media as a whole text group yesterday. So it goes out to everybody, Club Cool, all the guys, and it's from Randy. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, it's from Randy, and he's giving everyone in there who may or may not even be in Austin an update on the deal on farm raised salmon at the store.
I lost audio there for a lot of that. So hopefully I'm the only one. And
It was the Randy salmon story.
yeah. Dude, what is it? $3 a pound? Is that what he said?
That's the
That's a deal on salmon, but I just don't trust that salmon.
Well, and he came out of the gate. He didn't tell us that if it was wild, if it was farm raised. He was just like, it's salmon. We're like, well, hold on. We got it. And Micah, to his credit, Micah's like, wild or farm raised? And he was like, begrudgingly, Randy's like, it's farm raised, which is a totally different thing. Just not the same. It hits a lot different.
good credit to him though. It's at Randall's, his namesake. So you had to go to the specific Randall's in North Austin. That is no less than a 20 or 30-minute drive for the three of us. So, but we do appreciate that.
Yeah. I almost drove across town for this farm raised salmon.
Oh God.
God. Well, anybody got anything else before we? We have a guest in the green room right now.
We got two.
He's
both
currently
here.
he's popping the headies on. I just want to make sure they're ready before we go full on.
Okay.
Oh, dude.
Right.
I forgot he's a gamer chair guy.
He's
Well,
a big
ready.
they're the arguably the most handsome people in washed media at this point. I said on the Instagram today that my hair is, I don't know where I'm in the power rankings anymore. I knew where I was this morning and now I don't.
I know where I am.
I know, Dave.
Let's
Anyway.
get him in here already. Come on.
Without further ado, the newest members of the Wash Media Network and their podcast Brunch, Pete and DJ.
Hi.
What's
is
going
up,
on, guys?
Nothing, fellas. Good to do this.
Can I start off here by saying that you guys are the absolute worst at hiding a reveal announcement?
Yeah, why'd you put it in your bio?
What gave it away? Was it the bio?
It was that you announced it before the announcement, which I like that move. I like that move of like teasing it while you've already announced it. Huge fan.
Yeah, it was fun. Will, who's not here right now, suffering from a bout of food poisoning, said, "Oh, we'll put like an Easter egg in our Instagram bio, and people are gonna." And then
It's not even an egg.
Classic Easter egg, revealing it. Classic Easter egg.
Yeah. We're not good.
Hey,
at-
we
we're
should
not good at-
we should just start putting like random shows in our bio. Like just put like Pardon My Take in there, and just people like, oh, what the dude? Did you see what's in the Wash Media bio? And Scott Van Pelt,
Yeah, well, dude,
all
like, I don't
sorts of
know.
A-listers.
We're living in a deep fake world, my dude. So people are just putting whatever they want into whatever they want. So I don't know, lying about what podcast you have, that's way less threatening than the things that people are making with these videos.
And it really feels like at times that among our fan base, there's a group of just very sleuthy people who are always trying to find something that we're up to. And they usually uncover stuff. They uncover stuff sometimes before I even find out about them. So they will find it if it's out there. And we didn't really make it too difficult on them this time.
It's always
So now
ready.
this
Always
announcement
ready.
is
You
in
got to
the
watch
past.
out for. People on Reddit will find anything.
Oh, yeah.
Reddit freaks me out.
it's the
Yeah,
Reddit.
that's
the Discord is popping at Washed Media, and they know stuff before we know stuff.
What is a Discord? I don't know anything about anything. Pete can tell you. I don't know anything about any of the things. What's a Discord?
You know what? Do you know what
I'm
Slack
not going to
is?
get the right answer here. I can tell you that.
Okay, good.
You know what Slack is?
Yeah, it's the thing that you're supposed to say that you use.
Discord is it's like Slack but public, from what I understand. But there's still like a private link thing. Brett can probably explain this.
I would
better,
say
but
Discord's more for like entertainment purposes, while Slack is like for work purposes.
they look the
That's
same, but yeah, you're right.
That's a good idea. That's a smart thing for someone to have invented. Like if I knew what Slack was, I think I probably would have thought to invent Discord. So good for that guy.
And you guys will find out soon enough. It's a work hard, play hard around here, guys.
Hell yeah. Definitely.
Sounds good. I think I have that poster on my bedroom wall.
We'll find out soon enough. Dylan has never taken a private jet, but he did go to the Masters. Dave has taken a private jet, has not been to the Masters. It's kind of like the lay of the land here at Washed Media. Dylan is significantly older than all of us, so you'll find that out too. Dave, any other ground rules you want to get out of the way?
No, but I would like to do this. I'd like to be the first to congratulate and welcome DJ and Pete to the network. Let me be the first.
Whoa. Thank you.
For sure, the first. Thank you very much.
Uh,
I did.
May I-
Somebody,
Go ahead,
somebody
Pete.
came into my Twitch earlier today and said that I'm now the most handsome person, and I immediately pushed back against that. Dylan is by far the most handsome person.
Oh, come on, Pete.
So I was going to cut you off because I was going to ask, can I pay Dylan a compliment? I wasn't even going to go for the looks. I was going to go for the pipes. You've got the pipes of God, dude.
Gas me up. Gas me
Yeah.
up. Let's go, guys.
Not talking
I'm all
about
up
arms. I would like to address Armsgate, by the way. The biceps are years old, and I've grown accustomed to the times. I'm a gamer now. We don't have biceps anymore.
Gamer
Did
boss.
you ever put the tape measure of the bad boys when they were at their prime? Because my goodness, man, you were touching 20, weren't you?
Anytime there's like a tape measure or anything that could be used to measure my height, I throw it immediately in the trash.
Oh, Pete.
Pete's got a hard no measuring rule.
We moved into a house like in September, and like there's like the old family that lived here. They used to mark like the kids' ages, and like seeing that the kid that used to live here was like taller than me at 12 years old was a little disheartening.
Pete, is it true that March 2020 or so, you gave up the gym life and you just went strictly to like Miller High Life and cigarettes?
Yeah, like I can count on one hand the number of times that I went to the gym in like an 8 month span. It was not great, but it was great at the same time. I really,
you're just being safe.
Grew accustomed to it.
Can't go to the gym, be around people, get COVID. Got to stay home, rip cigarettes, do the safe thing.
That's right.
Oh, I
Times
don't
you got to
know.
adjust.
I don't know if you guys saw. We don't have COVID in Texas anymore. So
Yeah,
That's
congratulations.
yeah, man.
First state in the country to be second. Florida never had it, so
Yeah,
we're out here.
Florida never had
Really?
it. You guys were the first to beat it. Good job.
Just
Thank you.
strong, flawless, I would say, like month for Texas. Everything going perfectly.
We have fantastic leadership down here. Fantastic. Yes.
Yeah.
Going great.
Pete and DJ, what is the story of Brunch? You're an older podcast than any of ours. So can you fill us in on how that started?
Yeah. That is crazy that we are like an old podcast. But
Boomers.
Pete, so I was a hockey writer. Pete and I both work in the sports media and such. And I had a little weekend radio show that was on super early. The radio station hated it. And it was like they basically programmed it to never be listened to. But me and my co-host really liked Pete. I think, Pete, you were out of college, right?
Yeah. I was out of college.
So Pete was just like this hotshot kid on Twitter who was the best at it and had every tweet or GIF or whatever about anything. So we were like, this guy's funny. Let's loop him in. So Pete and I were doing this radio show, and he wanted to do a podcast, and this has been forever because the podcasts weren't really as ubiquitous as they are right now. It was like the idea of doing a podcast was like, well, now that would make us podcast people, and those don't really exist. And within like 2 years, everybody in the world had a podcast, so nothing mattered.
Right, right.
Got it.
Essentially, we just wanted to turn our text chain into like content, so we just made a podcast.
Yeah.
I think that's how all good podcasts started.
Yeah, and honestly, like I think why like people liked it because we also like didn't know each other super well. We just knew like he was like this funny person on Twitter, wanted to do sports stuff and everything. So obviously we had similar interests. So over the course of recording the podcast, we just became like really good friends. So it sounds really corny, but I think that's why people like our podcast, because we're just like two dumb idiots who really like each other, and we're super excited whenever we agree on something, which is most of the time, and we'll just like change our beliefs so we're on the same page about everything. The podcast is super, I would say, inside jokey, which I think every podcast kind of has to be, because what are you gonna sit around and learn? Like I don't listen to a lot of podcasts, but I can't do like the super like compression on the mic, really close talking, like sounds really clean, and you're just kind of reading off a script thing. I can't listen to stuff like that. So, yeah, Pete and I just goof off, and listening to you guys, there's, I would say, different. We bring the chaos in different ways, but I think that we kind of bring similar things, which I think is good. I think we fit with the world you've created.
Dave can attest to that. Dave and I have been, since Pete came down to, Pete's a sneaky Austin guy, by the way, for our audience that doesn't know.
We both kind of are. I got DJ.
Okay.
I got DJ in on it.
No, I got you in on it. Get out of here.
No.
I got you.
Okay, you got me in on Austin.
You don't even come close to here. You get out of here.
You got me in on Austin. I got you in on the Longhorns.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
Who'd you go to your first Longhorns game with?
You.
Who bought the tickets?
Oh,
You.
Ooh.
Cool. Yeah, that was really that was awesome.
But I didn't.
what game was it?
Baylor?
Yeah, a couple years ago.
That was an awesome time. Pete and I are very good at going to music festivals and getting tickets for something before a music festival and being like, we'll just go for 15 minutes, and then liking what we're at way more. So we just like stayed at the Texas game and I don't know, missed everything at whatever festival it would have been. Austin City Limits. That's in Austin, so probably that.
Which, by the way, will be back in October, apparently.
Really?
Allegedly.
That is cutting it super. That's cutting it close. But again, congrats on COVID being over.
Yeah, we got rid of it.
Dub's a dub.
You guys nailed it.
W.
Yes, Texas is back to answer questions in the chat. Yes, Texas.
Yeah,
is
that's
back.
true.
Yes.
Pete,
Awesome.
are you aware that us and DJ, as Northeastern folks, we say both with an L instead of both, like these Southerners?
Oh, it's both.
Yeah, it's both.
Both. Yeah.
How
else would you say it?
Both? Like it's
Both?
spelled?
Both.
No,
I can do
both.
Both. I'm not curving the tongue. I think I'm going straight both.
So DJ's a traitor. I see how it is.
Hey DJ, what's the deal with Vineyard Knights, man? I was turned on to this.
I was also turned on by Vineyard Knights.
I was gonna say Pete got me into Vineyard Knights, and biggest mistake of his life. No,
what's going on there?
Vineyard Knights, actually. Pete, brunch origins, very strong brunch origins. There was a music festival called Beach Road Weekend in Martha's Vineyard that did not happen, obviously, because of COVID. And the lineup came out, and people were tagging me and Pete because it had Father John Misty and like anybody else. Pete and I, Father John Misty is a big staple of brunch, where we love his music, but mainly we're just like, this is a fascinating human being. How are you this handsome? He does all these crazy shenanigans. We love him. So this lineup came out, and it had a bunch of people that we talk about on the podcast. So people were tagging us. And so we just started actually doing the thing that we did some Easter eggs, shall we say. We started tweeting, promoting this music festival, ending the tweets with #ad, being up front that we were straight up promoting this thing. Had no contact with them, but we were just kind of forcing our way into, we're part of this festival. And one of the things we got experts on Martha's Vineyard on the podcast. We got the guy who, if you've ever read Hitchhiking with Larry David, which is a great memoir, takes
Awesome
place
book.
in Martha's Vineyard. Had him on to talk about the vineyard, and I wrote a song. I started to write a song called Vineyard Knights, just like about, like very similar, I would say, to like Welcome to Wilmons or something, where it's just like, we got this vibe, like you want to be on the vineyard. So I wrote this very, like, it was just going to be like a very cheap, quick song. And we kept tweeting at this festival being like, guys, we did this. Like, guys, we did this. And one of them was going to be like, hey, check out my new single. It's called Vineyard Knights. And then the pandemic hit and my brain broke. So I just kept writing songs called Vineyard Knights, and I wrote like 7 songs called Vineyard Knights. And the idea was going to be, I'm going to put out an album called Vineyard Knights, and all the songs are going to be called Vineyard Knights. And it's not going to be like, it's not like different arrangements of different songs. It's not going to be like Metallica, Unforgiven, Unforgiven 2, stuff like that. It's just going to be entirely different songs, all called Vineyard Knights. And it would be called Vineyard Knights. So when you looked at it, if there were a physical copy, which doesn't really exist, maybe we could make an NFT of it. It just has Vineyard Knights a million times all over it. So some of the songs were just terrible, like so bad that just were not worth finishing. But a musician and friend of the podcast who has the song that's on the beginning of our podcast, our intro music, Diane Coffey, heard some of the demos, and he was like, dude, at least put out an EP. So I finished 3 of the songs, sent them to him, sent them to this mix engineer that he works with, who's awesome, Tim Smiley, who works with The Head and the Heart and all these like really Houndmouth, all these like big legitimate artists. So those guys, for my stupid bedroom recordings, they polished it and made it sound like it was a real thing. So that's how Vineyard Knights exists.
No,
And
Brett
the best part about that is
playing
DJ's still
right
never
now.
been to the vineyard and has an EP called Vineyard Knights.
Oh yeah. I don't know anything about Martha's Vineyard. Yeah, some of the lyrics make reference to when we had the Hitchhiking with Larry David guy on. He talked about different towns, and I wrote lyrics about them just from memory. I didn't go back and listen to what he was talking about. So some of the places just absolutely don't exist. Like I looked up, there's a place called Oak Bluffs, and one of the lines is something like take a walk to the old Bluffs Mall or something, and like there's no mall there, right? It's just all nonsense. It's the stupidest thing anyone's ever devoted a lot of time to.
Well, man, the songs are heat. I was just saying, Brett and I were listening to who's playing them from Spotify before we recorded. I think maybe yesterday. Not bad, man.
I appreciate it. It's
Yeah.
it's one of the sillier things that you could lean in on, but that kind of does help answer questions about brunch. We find dumb little things and lean in way too much. Yeah.
Well, we've gotten about 3 years of content out of a fake restaurant that will probably never really exist. So
I love that bit so much. I didn't know anything about it until like 2 days ago, and now I can't stop looking up every little thing and every tweet about it.
Have you heard the song, DJ?
Yeah, and you want to talk about heat? So call the Bang Police on that song.
song of the summer, song of the summer,
God.
easily.
Oh, unbelievable, crazy, so good.
So now that you two are a part of the Washed Media Network, I wanted to ask you a few questions to get you familiarized. Just real quick stuff that some of our audience may know, but you guys being new may not. I just wanted to know, could either of you take a cheetah in hand-to-hand combat?
Really think about it before you answer the question, though.
Wait, Brett, you got to tell them it's in an octagon. It is not an open range.
Right.
Correct.
It's not an open field. Yeah.
I think that we had a conversation about Cuba Gooding Jr. back in the day, and we were saying like, I'd like to get in a fight with Cuba Gooding Jr. because anyone either of us got in a fight with would win. So like you'd have a story about how like Cuba Gooding Jr. kicked your ass, and Pete's like a very strong dude, but our kind of energy level and our self-esteem, I think Pete, you could be the strongest guy in the world, and you'd probably be like,
anybody in a fight.
yeah, I'm probably losing a fight. Yeah. Like, so I would say you asked the wrong guys if you were looking for any sort of, well, maybe I could outsmart them or do this. Like anything that is alive could probably beat me up.
I'm only going to get in a fight with somebody that I think that like I can have beers with after, and we can like talk about how funny it was that we just got in a fight. I don't think I'm gonna have beers with the cheetah, so probably not.
Yeah,
The wild animals off the table.
That's
Probably.
not gonna happen there.
They're not known for their drinking.
If you were to put something in a bun, perhaps, and slather it with your choice of sauerkraut, maybe mustard, maybe ketchup, what would you refer to that as?
What is the thing that you're putting on it?
Yeah, no. Inside.
Is this like a sandwich trick question?
Right.
I hope not.
Yeah, I feel like this is like a.
If you were,
are we doing a hot dog as a sandwich thing?
Hot dog or glizzy is what I'm referring to here.
Oh,
You could
this
have
isn't live, right? We can edit this.
It all comes back to the glizz.
I thought you were asking what our favorite condiment is, and we just recently did a thing where we leaned into the idea of someone's favorite barbecue sauce being Kraft, and like really insisting, like, cause like you got your like sweet baby Ray's heads.
Brett, no.
You came to the right place.
Yeah, you got any Kraft this barbecue joint?
Dude, not just that. Have you heard,
Oh no.
Kraft
Brett,
barbecue.
have you heard
right?
it? Have you heard his paste pecane sauce take too?
Oh no.
Ace, what?
His favorite salsa is paste.
Oh,
God.
no.
You know what?
Right
Pace
there.
is pretty good.
It is good, but it's no one's favorite. I mean,
No,
like-
it's definitely
Right.
not. It's like store brand.
yeah, exactly.
All I'm saying is cheap salsa is better than expensive, hoity-toity, pretentious salsa.
Definitely,
There's
1,000%.
There's no
1,000%. I agree
expensive
with that.
salsa.
Thank you.
No,
Yeah,
like,
expensive salsa is like unless you're going to like a store that is like we have expensive shit.
nah, man, you go to the refrigerated section these days, you will find some like refrigerated pico, and I think that's a weird thing to buy. So if that's what you're talking about, I totally agree. Honestly, like you go store brand salsa, and it's more worth it than
I'm all about
spending
that
whatever on a.
Tostitos salsa.
Yeah, Tostitos salsa. It's so
come
salty,
yeah.
on.
terrible that it just tastes better than the.
Everybody gets medium, right? Has any person in the world like? What do you? You're a try hard, I think, if you're getting hot there, but everyone just gets medium. That's like the only one that actually exists. I think they like have a mild and a hot one that's just like glued there for display purposes.
okay.
That's Penny.
Yeah, this is Penny,
What
everybody.
up, Penny?
We're
Penny,
doing this now.
Let's go.
Dave, you have to get your dog involved. Dylan, you too.
He's a lot larger.
Yeah, she's sleeping at my feet right now. Hey, Pete, not to brag or anything, but if you heard about my 14 kill Warzone game I had the other night, it's not a big deal. A lot of people are talking about it. I'm not one of them. I'm just wondering if you heard about it.
Yeah, I honestly like there was a little bit of a concern that the big announcement from you guys was that it was going to be you getting 14 kills in Warzone again, even though you already talked about it. I heard variations of you carrying, but I heard that you didn't get the win. So does it really count?
Those are both very true. We got to hop on the stick sometime, man.
Absolutely.
We'll get shit over the
Pete,
mix.
Pete, can you address that chair that you're sitting in? Somebody on here has got a real issue with gaming chairs, and I just want to clear the air.
I mean, I think it looks stupid. I regret it. I regret it.
It looks very comfortable.
It is quite comfortable. I got a low end gaming chair, so it squeaks a ton, and with the squeaking and just how stupid I look, because I also use this when I do like my TV hits for CBS, and just like the responses that I get, like who allowed this gaming child to provide sports analysis on CBS? I
Does it light up?
Can you address this comment right here? Are you a serious golfer?
Yes, on the sticks.
Mhm.
I had a whole saga on PGA 2K21.
I saw.
That
I
was
was
a
just
fun
wondering
time.
if this was
me,
IRL golf or
No, not an under par golfer in real life. Although I
Okay.
was in my high school golf team.
Okay, so was Dave.
Look at
Very,
that.
very cool.
It doesn't mean much.
No, it doesn't. It just means that I got free rounds of practice golf every
Just
day.
means
which
I
ruled.
had early release.
Wow.
Something,
That
for
is,
you.
something I still have.
oh no.
It is.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
We have fun here.
come on, man. We do. It's a good time.
Hey, Pete and DJ, would you say it's possible to I don't know, at a tailgate perhaps eat a burger one-handed, like so?
Yes. Yes.
Definitely, without
Yeah.
question.
Brett, the way you frame the question, there's no way
I
to say
think that was
no to
perfect.
that.
I
You
think that
said
was
possible. No one ever said it wasn't possible to do so. It's just
Yeah, that was very lawyerly.
I'm just
Thank
saying,
you.
I thought that was well done.
Yeah. What's the argument there?
okay. If you have like a fully dressed burger, right? Like a legit burger with you got tomato, you got lettuce, you got fixings on it, you know, all the stuff. You don't pick it up with one hand because if you
No.
do so,
Yeah.
It's gonna
you're
slip
gonna, it's
out.
gonna
Already,
spill
I'm changing my
outside.
answer. Once you said you've got a fully dressed burger, I was like, no way I'm ever doing that. Not
Yeah, if it's a
not like with
legit
my brain
burger, you're
turned
using
off.
2 hands.
Yeah.
If you're using one hand, it's not a legit burger.
Brett's counter argument was, well, if you go to like the gas station and you buy like, you know, those pre-frozen patties and throw it on a bun, like who's doing that, first of all?
That's a whole other thing. Yeah, like we're not going. I don't know how it is up there, but like we're not going to the Fina down the street to get our burger stuff.
Even like a Bubba burger, you need 2 hands to eat.
Yeah. Any substantial burger.
Yeah. If you're like at it's the tailgate argument. In Texas, they have like legit tailgates where they make legit burgers. Pete, DJ, and I know if you're at the mods at BC before a football game, you're having a burger. You have a burger that's this wide with a Vizzy in your other hand, and you can eat it one-handed while playing beer die or something like that.
And that's why I'm a Texas Longhorns fan and not a BC Eagles fan, because college football does not exist in the Northeast.
Yeah, it's very sad.
Question for you guys: have you ever had a sausage or glizzy wrapped in a tortilla and served?
I had not.
No.
Okay, that's a delicacy
Sounds
here
delightful,
in
though.
some places. Okay.
It's called a sausage wrap.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
AKA the Texas glizzy.
Okay.
So
I'm intrigued.
Have you guys ever had chicken tenders from AMC? That's our kind of question. That's our speed with food talk. You ever get those chicken tenders at AMC? Yeah,
AMC movie theaters?
Yeah, just break them off for $9. They give you those very
don't
crunchy
do that.
tenders. Really?
Oh,
because
really?
you have Texas Roadhouse,
but
Alamo Draft House. What's it called?
Alamo Draft House. Yeah.
Alamo
They
Draft
actually-
House. Which rules?
They actually just filed for Chapter 11 today. So
No.
things are going well. It's a
That's
reorg. They
devastating.
sold their assets. They'll be back, but it's not great.
It's like a Guitar
AMC's
Center filing where like once a month they're like Guitar Center has filed Chapter 11. It's okay though, and you're like, oh, I don't know how this works.
AMC's in Texas, they have pickles though, which I'm told is just a Texas thing. You also have pickles at your AMC's?
Not that I'm aware of.
Pete,
Although I haven't really expanded from the menu other than the chicken tenders because they're perfect.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pete, we should. Do you know what Starbucking is?
That's true.
Starbucking? No.
Yeah, it's where there are people who go to as many Starbucks, who like count how many Starbucks they go to, and they go to as many Starbucks as they can. And there are people who've just been to like thousands and thousands of Starbucks. It's a wild thing. We should AMC, like whenever we're in a different city, just go to an AMC theater there and see what their offerings are relative to what you have in the Northeast.
I mean,
Really, all they have to have is chicken tenders and frozen cookie dough bites.
Do the Starbucking people count the grocery store Starbucks?
So very, very interesting. They don't. It has to be an official. I forgot what it's called. But
standalone Starbucks.
Standalone like franchise. Yeah.
Okay.
Crazy.
That changes things. I respect that. They got to have a code.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to draw lines somewhere. Trying to run a business.
Oh man. Do you guys have what are your expectations for Washed Media moving forward?
I expect you guys to hate us in like 2 to 3 months.
No doubt. No doubt. We kind of talked about it on the podcast, but the last place that the last network we were on was great, but they kept getting pushback because the places that we did ad reads for did not appreciate the ad reads. And there was one company in particular. We had this. I have no idea how we got to this point, but we couldn't mention the name of the company without basically acting like we were in such a daze and so transfixed that like we were about to faint. So we'd be like, today's episode is brought to you by
Wow. Shockingly, they were not big fans of it. And They revoked an entire year's worth of ads that they had bought.
Yeah.
And not only that, they revoked an entire year's worth of ads. They made us go back and take out previous ad reads because they did not want to be.
Are those still available?
Podcast.
The joke
I'd like
was
to go listen to those.
The joke was we were, and oh my god, I'm so happy. I just checked the chat to see if anybody was in on it. So it's cool that they're Bruntouchable washed crossovers. That some people, at least one person exactly has said which company it was. But I mean, it was born out of like, for some reason we're so like in love with this company that we can't even think when it comes up. So like I'd start to read it and like pass out. Pete would pick it up. He'd start reading it. And then like I'd interrupt, or like one of us would interrupt, just like, wait, so you're talking about insert company name? Yeah. Whoa. Wow. Maybe like 13 minutes. And we would hit the points. We would say the stuff that they wanted us to say, but it was great. And the listeners ate it up. I'll tell you what, listeners know the name of that company. And that's not always the case with these ad reads. People can mail it in. So you are getting 2 extremely dedicated ad readers.
It sounds like it.
We'll also do ad reads for companies that don't exist, and then like 3 minutes into the read, you realize that we're just wasting your time. So we'll give you bonus ones.
Perfect.
Don't even have to pay us.
I'm excited that this falls squarely on me, which I'm pumped.
Yeah, you specifically are the one that's going to hate us.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys can just tell us. Was it Deutsche Bank or was it Monsanto?
Neither.
It was neither.
Oh, okay.
So we've begun to narrow it down, though. We know 2 companies, 2 corporations.
Let's just go through all the companies.
Right. So let's just start with the banks. I think let's start with the
I
banks.
will say, Brett has been sending over like a bunch of potential like reads for us to say yes or no on, and I've just been waiting for it to come across the desk and be like, well, yes, but we should disclose this.
We've even looked up, Pete. We checked a while ago to see if they made merch, because we were going to, like, we weren't doing video before we joined Wash. We've taken this opportunity to say, like, what are the things that we like to do? What are the things that we think are fun that we do? Let's make this an opportunity where we're doing this. So like video is one of those things. But before we weren't doing video, and we even talked about like, do we start doing video and just like wear the merch of this company because they're so upset with us, it would maybe make their heads explode. And we'd be like, what? We're continuing to support this company. We're the worst.
I'm looking up what people are dropping in the chat because I'm unfamiliar with it. Do they make furniture?
Oh
yes,
boy, do
showroom quality furniture.
Showroom quality.
They like to bring. They like to bring the showroom to you.
Wait, really?
No, remember that's a joke we kept making.
No, I was doing the thing.
Oh, fuck.
Wait, so
yeah, one of the parts of the ad read that we kept doing too is like, you'll just wake up one morning and there'll be a showroom full of furniture in your living room.
You're gonna wake up one day, you will not be able to move. Next to your bed, another bed. Next to that, a couch.
I can't imagine why they didn't like you guys, man. That's really crazy.
We were writing
stonks were through the roof when we were. Yeah.
Brett, do you remember when we first started doing these live streams, like in like March or whenever like COVID hit? Mm-hmm. And we had a guest on. I don't remember her name. She's NHL. She covers NHL. Y'all probably know her. What was her name?
Julie Stewart-Banks.
Well, she hopped in, and she does not know us at all. Knows Brett a little bit, and we've got the sponsored by Vizzy hard seltzer. And she comes in, and she like immediately cracks like a competitor.
Ooh.
And Brett stopped the show, like, and it's live, and we're just like, oh, there's nothing we could do. She didn't know.
That's why you got a competitor in one of these bad boys.
Yeah,
I could be doing God knows what in here.
Exactly. Fun fact about Julie Stewart-Banks: crushed her in a flip cup competition once.
I thought that was going somewhere else, man.
No.
Okay.
She talked shit for like 3 or 4 weeks, and then it was over in 30 seconds.
Julie touched it and then got dusted in a
Weeks
competition.
She talked shit for weeks about
trash
fuck-
talk.
Yes, it was incredible.
That's hilarious.
Oh man.
Brett's a big beer dye guy. He's been trying to get us to do the beer dye thing for about 2 years.
I can't do it. And the worst, beer dye fans are like Queen's Gambit fans. They just like, they tell you that you need to get into it. You need to get into Queen's Gambit. You need to get into beer dye. No, I don't.
What's your least
good.
favorite? What's your least favorite? Have you ever tried this, or you should try this person? And in both those cases, like beer dye is a pretty popular thing. Queen's Gambit is like the most popular thing in the world. So when people are like pushing you on Queen's Gambit, like it's one of their recs, that's the worst. Mine would be Charleston Chews. If anybody says like, "Hey, you ever try one of those things frozen?" It's I just die of discomfort. I'm like, oh, really? The only way anyone ever has it. Thank you. Cool tip.
Hold on. I love Charleston Chews. I've never had one frozen.
I prefer them not frozen, just because I know someone will see me eating it and they'll be like, I wonder if he's ever tried it frozen. But yeah, people push it all. It says right on the wrapper. It says try it frozen. Oh, now I'm being that guy. I don't know if you did that on purpose, but
you just made yourself so hard.
Played me.
I'm just gonna say it. Mine is Ted Lasso guy.
Ooh, I've never seen Ted Lasso.
I haven't.
It's been recommended to me no less than 12 times. I've been keeping track, and I'm just like, man, I feel like I missed the boat. I already kind of know what happens, and it doesn't sound like it's that appealing to me. I could be way off here. Everybody seems to love it except for me.
We Pete and friend of the podcast Randy, so they were Midsommar guy for a little bit, and I pick my spots with the scary stuff. I don't like stuff to be too upsetting when I'm watching it. So we did like 3 or 4 podcasts on Midsommar before I actually saw it, and I would just like read the Wikipedia thing and go to the theater and only like see certain spots. I don't hate a rec guy or pushing stuff on people, but when it's the thing that everybody already knows about, it's like, yeah, we understand.
The thing that everybody already knows about, and like the way that you approach the rec is very important to me. If you say that I need to watch the Queen's Gambit, not going to watch it. You say, I think you'd really like it. You should check it out sometime. I'd be like, okay, maybe I will. But don't tell me what I need to do.
I'm just like too insecure about people not liking my recommendations that I just keep my mouth shut. It's like when someone hands you the aux cord in like a big group of people, like someone else take it. I don't want
that's my moment to shine. Vineyard Knights and Welcome to Wilmons to the neck.
Exactly. I was put Vineyard Knights
exactly 4 songs.
Well, Pete and DJ, Dylan has a playlist. It's called Dylan Faves that he brings around every so often. It's on a golf course.
What's on there, bud?
It's just all genres. Honestly, it's just my faves, really. So
cool.
it's just nothing but heat after heat. So
I listen to everything. You know, I like a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
is it DMCA free? I only listen to DMCA free music anymore. I'm a Twitch guy. Don't worry about it.
To say okay, yeah, no, it's not.
I figured.
Oh, yo, someone in the chat mentioned we did an episode we did a Joker review episode where we didn't see the Joker, and we came up with what could plausibly have happened in the Joker, and we did a full review. And I can't remember if it was a good episode or not, but at the end we were pretty satisfied with ourselves.
Yeah, I remember
not watching it.
Yeah, so like the big thing about the Joker was that like the Joker inspired like a billion think pieces before it even came out, where like there are a bunch of people who were like, the Joker is very bad for society and this is why it's problematic and incel, la, la, la. And so we were like, well, if everybody's going to review this movie before they even fucking see it and before it's reviewed, we're going to do that too.
We're just going to make up what happens.
Yeah.
What was
Did you explain going in that you had not seen the movie, or you just acted like?
Oh no.
We acted like we saw the movie.
Okay,
and
that's great.
We've done movie reviews with each other, where one of us won't see the movie, and we'll see how deep into the review they can get before the other realizes they didn't see the movie.
There's like that's like a pull one card per year, where it's like we'll say that we're reviewing something, and one person won't see it, and they'll review it they'll reveal halfway through the episode that they didn't actually see the movie.
The first
You only
time I
get
did
one of those per year, though.
First time I did it to you, I could not
upset.
freaking wait because I had it all planned. I was like, I'm just going to wait till we're maybe like 10, 15 minutes into the conversation, wait for him to ask a question, and then my answer will be, I don't know. I didn't see the movie. And oh boy.
I think the first time you pulled that move was like a horrible movie that like I really didn't want to see, but we were going to see it for content. Mm-hmm. So I like gutted it out, and then I showed up to the podcast, and you were like, "Yeah, no, I didn't see it." Fuck you.
Great,
hey,
hilarious.
What's the last movie you walked out on? Have you ever walked out of a movie theater in like mid movie? You were just so revolted or bored.
Oh, good question. Secret Life of Pets, maybe? I don't know if did I finish Secret Life of Pets? I think I did. That's a good question.
I'm not a big walkout in the like. I'm a commit guy. Like,
yeah, and if it's bad,
there.
If it's bad, I think we're excited. Like, we're huge Blumhouse guys, and Blumhouse doesn't bat 1,000. We know that if we're going into a Blumhouse movie, we're gonna have something to talk about one way or another. So
I will tell you the last time that I thought about it, like I came very, very close, was Cats. Cats was so bad, and it just lasted forever, and I had no idea what was happening, and I was like, I'm not gonna miss any of this movie. Like I know that I already hate it. I didn't end up doing it, but I came very, very close.
Yeah, Cats was appalling. The kitchen was really, really bad. The Snowman with Michael Fassbender, but then we realized after that, like, they legitimately didn't even finish making that movie, so then we just kind of felt bad for it. But I don't know, there are some movies that are I'd say staples of ours that people probably don't love, and they might be considered bad movies. Like, have you guys heard of Cold Pursuit?
No.
It's like the 300th Liam Neeson revenge movie. Someone
so
kills
Liam Neeson only makes movies now where he plays like a guy who's on some form of transportation and he's killing people. Cold Pursuit is the snowplow version of a Liam Neeson movie.
And it is such a ridiculous movie, and I mean I probably saw it like 4 times.
And the most incredible thing about that is that it is taken from a joke from Liam Neeson, but no, it's taken from a Swedish movie, I believe, right? Sweden?
I think so.
It's a Swedish movie, and it's literally a shot-for-shot remake.
So they made this ridiculous movie twice, and the first time it starred Stellan Skarsgård, who is a big favorite of ours. Because are you guys Mamma Mia heads?
Here I go again, DJ.
You bros Mamma Mia heads?
Last time we were in Austin, we had a hotel room, and like the bars closed like early because it was a Sunday night. We went down to the gas station right near the hotel, bought Mamma Mia on the YouTube on the hotel TV thing, whatever, and we broed out, boys sleepover with some snacks and some booze. It was a great time.
So much fun. So small correction I have to make. So the night ended. We were like, everyone goes home. We were like, you know what? It's our last night here. Let's do it up big. Yeah, places are closing. Let's just like do it old school. Get a bunch of beer at the gas station and just get hammered in the room. Talk about life. Do the whole 9. And they also weren't selling alcohol in the gas station. So we were like so revved up and like ready to party. So we were like, this is going to be fine. We will just simply replace the beer with soda. So we had like a completely sober, like totally harmless, nobody doing anything wrong night of aside from maybe cheating on our diets because we were just crushing the snacks, and we just watched Mamma Mia. That was probably the most fun night of Austin, to be honest.
It's a great time.
That's a proper Austin time. All it's missing is a little Kraft barbecue sauce, and you're good.
Here you go. The last night Pete and I were in Austin, Dylan and David, we were at Dirty Bill's until about 3 a.m.
Yeah, I've since learned that you're only supposed to stay at Dirty Bill's for like half an hour, We crushed like 5 hours at Dirty Bill's.
If you've closed down Dirty Bill's, like there's a good chance something went wrong.
I've sworn off. I've sworn off never going back to Dirty Bill's. But interesting, we've actually brought this up before, Brett. And thanks again for not inviting us to hang out with our new friend Pete here when he was in town. That was very, very cool of you.
You guys had something. You had something going up. It's not like
nothing.
Yeah, well,
I would have at least entertained the idea of meeting y'all. I would have at least thrown it out there like, yeah, man, I'll see what I can do.
This is like
I would have stopped by for a sidewalk cigarette with Pete or something, man. We would have chilled hard.
Oh, man, let me tell you, big sidewalk cigarette guy.
Yo, Dylan, can I pry into your life? Are you a cigarette smoker?
No, I'm not. But like once every 3 months, if I'm a few Vizzies deep, I'll
You're
mix
being
one
bad.
in.
Yeah. Okay. So I asked because Pete and I were talking about you earlier, and I was just like, Dylan's got cigarette voice, and Pete knew what I was talking about. Like you've got that, like just got off the stage, crooner, scotch, and a cigarette going type of speaking voice.
I'm just going
to keep talking about your voice and make you uncomfortable. This is like the 8th time I brought it up.
For the longest time, and this is actually dates more back to our previous podcast days. I actually got accused quite a bit of faking my voice to deepen it.
Well,
I don't know how you fake that. Am I right, Pete? Jeez, listen to that voice.
Being thrown around, but
if you could fake that, we all would. I mean, come on.
Big voice guy. Thank you, Brinkley Studios. So that's out there, but no, this is me, man.
Word.
Dylan also has a fantastic singing voice. I don't know if y'all caught any of that.
Yeah, if you check me out on the pod, I do drop some heat on there.
What you do? What you do?
Oh, nothing. I'm terrible.
I was gonna give us what's your set list looking like? What do you?
Somebody gave Dave credit for being the best drummer in Washed Media.
Yes,
by default.
I don't think so.
Oh, you got skills?
Best drummer.
We'll get the snare out next time we're here.
We've already talked about this on Brunch. But I'm the drum guy.
So wow. I heard you bring up today on the podcast that you were talking about drumming, and you said I know my way around the snare, and that is the funniest way I think to talk about drums.
Only true percussionists will understand that.
Yeah, just be like, I take care of the downbeat, okay? So let's just say you give me a snare, you're gonna understand where we are in the song.
Look, we have a few pieces for a band going on here. We might have something cooking.
Oh my god, I'd love it.
We got to make sure our first album is on non-fungible whatever tokens.
Non-fungible token.
It's got to be DRJ free too, so I can use it on Twitch.
Did you hear? Did you hear that?
Vineyard Knights, by the way.
No.
Yeah.
Sidewalk cigarettes, I think, is a better name. With Vineyard Knights 1, 2, 3 on the playlist.
Absolutely. Okay. Sidewalk cigarettes. Love it.
Yeah, if you guys were, I know you guys were going here, but like, yes, I did play the gong. I did hit the gong in Ode to Joy in 6th grade in the Christmas play. So
you were probably locked in. You were just like right in time there, huh?
It's a lot of responsibility because you're out. You're
hanging in the pocket. Hanging in the pocket.
You're just waiting. You get one shot to hit that gong on beat, and if you miss it, man, you're gonna hear about it.
I've been to a few school recitals in my day, and that is the person to watch. Just the guy who just like is waiting for like the three times a song where he can actually like do something, and you just watch him being he's like fiending for his opportunity.
It's like being a kicker. You don't do much, but boy, do they notice if you don't do it right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Exactly.
Before we wrap up, I know you guys are going to get going here. First job we've ever had. Dave was a sandwich mason, for example. Pete and DJ, what was the first job you ever held?
I mean, I did. What would I was like a camp counselor and stuff, but I think that's I don't know. I feel like everyone's a camp counselor when they're whatever age. And are you even old enough to be getting paid then? I don't know if that counts as a job. So otherwise, probably this sounds crazy, but construction and landscaping.
That's Dylan, construction guy. Look at that.
Real estate professional also.
Yeah.
There you go.
Whoa.
I wear many hats. Yeah.
Mine is like a very standard answer. I was a grocery store guy in high school, but the funniest job that I've ever owned or ever had was one summer I worked at Athleta, which is the athletic wear company. I worked at that place only for women. Only women worked there. Only sold women's clothes. I just really needed a job, and my aunt knew somebody, and so I worked there for a summer, and it was the most awkward summer of my life. They were like, we'll put you at the register. You can't go in this area of the store. You can't go here. Like, we can't have you handling. Like, they wouldn't allow me to do anything when I worked there because I was a guy.
That's
So
check
awkward.
clears though. Check clears though. Pete, I'm so mad at you. I've been stewing this whole time. I can't believe you said that you got me into Austin. I'm remembering now. I sent you the most thoughtful. Remember, I sent you the most thoughtful. Like, here's where you go. I asked other Austin people because I was like, I'm not even a big enough Austin guy to give him this rec. I sent you this big grand email. It was such a good friend thing
First
to
time
do.
we went to Austin,
and then
we
it
went
comes
to Austin
bites
together.
me in the ass. Nah.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
First
I
time
went
you went
back.
to Austin, you were with me.
No, I went back without
No.
you.
First, man, I'll tell you. So I went.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
I mean, I
First
went
time
before
to
I
Austin,
knew you.
I went with you.
Oh, that's true. So who did I send that to?
I don't know. Not me.
Anyway,
All right. Well,
When
listen,
can,
we got
when
to.
can we expect y'all? When can we
Podcast
expect y'all down
canceled.
here?
what's that?
Told you guys on the phone, we got to get you down here at some point. We're gonna have a listener meetup. Now that Texas is open, it might be sooner than later, but we got to get you guys down here at some point.
Dude, and Texas is back.
Absolutely.
Right.
Huge
Back,
huge
so.
Austin guys. Gotta try some of that pace salsa. Get all the local favorites, man.
Maybe sometime in
Before
the
we-
fall.
Absolutely. Before we head out, we have our video guy Randy. He's our foreign correspondent. He comes in from locations in Happy Hour Live. Randy, Randy, can you?
May the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tongue is done, we'll take our leave and go. Oh, ahoy, mateys!
Randy, can you hear us? Are you there?
I can hear you fine, Brett. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sure. Where did you acquire a ship?
Ye not be needing to know.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I commandeered it from a local wench.
Did you,
Randy,
wow.
I heard
A
that you have,
wench.
I heard you have 2 flotation devices attached to your backside. It's all Dylan can talk about this entire week.
No, those be anchors.
I don't know, man.
He followed me after he tweeted that. Anyway, quick on.
You construct that steering wheel out of what?
You're turning the ship way too much. You're gonna crash this thing. Keep it on course, man. Just keep going the same direction.
That thing is humming though. That is a well constructed
Yeah,
steering wheel.
I'm so impressed.
Well, I'll be here to tell you to like and subscribe. Yes, be thrown over the waters into Davy Ruff's locker.
It's Dave. I didn't know you had a locker, Dave.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm the captain of this ship, and I'd like to invite DJ and Pete into the crew. A big congratulations to you. Make sure that you like and
Thank you,
subscribe
buddy.
and comment below for the rest of the crewmates down here.
Randy, what's the name of your ship?
The SS don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Someone said Randy's just doing donuts.
Just burning it out in the parking
Yeah.
lot, man.
Watch me whip.
Oh man. Thank you, Randy.
You guys
Randy,
see the guy who drives the jet ski? That's
That dude
Randy.
rules.
The
Randy's just driving his boat.
That'd be
on
me.
the street.
That'd be me on my vessel.
well, Randy, get home
Okay.
safe. You gonna be in the office tomorrow morning?
Yeah, I'll pull a U-turn real quick.
All right, here. Oh,
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
what's
careful.
Jeez.
I'll be right back. See you.
Oh,
All right,
we
He's
lost
out of
him.
here.
That was
He
tremendous.
finally crashed, I think.
Great dismount.
Yo,
Pete,
Pete, you got to
sick.
see Hook now.
That's true.
You never seen Hook?
No. There's a hook
Yeah.
reference on this week's podcast. I missed it.
That's why I'm glad we're doing video, because there was like an authentic, like, holy smokes, we've known each other forever and have spoken about everything, and somehow, like, you didn't get a reference to the Boo Box, and like we could have done like a killer 10 on scorpions. And
There's nothing scarier to a 10-year-old than the boo box.
yo, that's what I said. That's exactly what I said. I was like, it's
I don't
a
know.
really scary box.
The
You don't want-
Matilda stand-up coffin with like the spikes in it. That was like my childhood nightmare. No,
Yeah.
That really
So I'll be honest, I didn't see Matilda.
really flying by everybody.
Nothing.
Yeah,
What?
Yeah.
God damn it!
On that
Yo,
note,
thank you guys for having us though. You guys, this is a really good time, and then that's the end of that sentence.
Thank you guys for joining us, man. We're really excited about this. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We appreciate you guys.
Hell yeah, thanks.
Absolutely.
all right.
All
Thanks,
right.
guys.
Maybe the first. Thank you.
Listen to Brunch
Thank you.
podcast. We'll see you guys later.
All right,
See
be
ya.
good.
See ya.
Thanks, guys.
Later.
All right.
Good
We're
stuff.
still live.
That's the new stuff.
Still alive.
We're
Yeah.
we're still live.
We be live.
Oh, I can dismount.
All right, let's get out of here.
All right.
Pete's still
See
in the
you.
green room.
Bye.
Hang on.